beginning, when we first met, I told you that I'd be the one writing your name in my note. Well, Light, it's been interesting.
Well, people, it's been a good ride. You know, I talk about the Black Wall Street coming up with the merger or the super conversations going on lately. Yeah, you know, I talked about last year. But anyway, those conversations are now null and void. There's no Black Wall Street. As a matter of fact, it is exactly like Black Wall Street. 3 reports coming out today. One, well, yesterday, or today. One with the NCAA talking about the death or the end of the NLI program, not the NIL program. It's the National Letter of Intent program. 60-year reign of college athletics as a binding agreement between the student-athlete and member schools. No more. Right now, there is no binding agreement between these colleges and these kids. So if your kids sign with a school, guess what? Until they are in campus, until they are on the field, there is no such thing as a binding agreement. Matter of fact, when they get on the field, they got 4 games to decide. Also, one of the weird things that happened today is, well, recently, the SEC and the Big Ten, they are trying to get changes going on, right? Everybody knows about this, right? Well, spearheaded by former Disney executive turned investment professionals, Project Rudy is a super league-esque concept, separate and more simplified than the ones made public last week. It incorporates 70 team structure, $9 billion in private cash capital into the system. So you're gonna have a separate league. Disney's behind it. ESPN's behind it, which we all knew, right? 70 teams, Power 4 conference only. Everybody else, go play each other. Big Ten and SEC are already talking about kicking everybody else off their schedule but each other. Here's another thing that also is a death knell. So get that Black Wall Street thing out of your mind. Matter of fact, I'll circle back at that later. The settlement is designed to pay college athletes is a preliminary approval. Remember this? About paying the college kids? Well, NCAA has decided to go ahead and do it. They granted approval in terms of the deal despite objections raised on whether the settlement fairly allocated damages. The plaintiffs estimate 90% of the $2.8 billion go to football and basketball players only. What they truly want to do is put a stringent cap on each team able to spend, build their roster. A team will have a $20 million, yeah, you heard me, $20 million salary cap. Hear what I said? $20 million salary cap. If you want to play with the big boys, you got to pay with the big boys. And that's what they want to do. This is no longer going to be the NCAA. This is basically going to be NFL minor leagues, which is cool. But here's the problem. With this settlement, it does not allow any enforcement of education. So you're going to have kids on campus not going to school as usual, not getting education as usual. They blow out a knee, guess what? They're gone. Back to the hood they came from because you're not being used for anything else more than cannon fodder. That's what's going on right now, people. So the Black Wall Street, get it out your mind because it's going to end up like Tulsa did. They're going to burn this bitch down. It's Coach Simmons, and maybe NAIA still open. NCAA, they just closed the door on our ass. I'm out.